reinforcement learning, and what we have tried to do is bring complex concepts like reinforcement learning and make it easy for developers like you to access. We've done the underlying heavy lifting, and then we'll go through the labs where you'll get to build and understand and apply those concepts that we just learned, and finally we'll actually build the models. What we have is an arena, MGM Grand Arena. So once you've trained your models, you can go and put those models on cars that we have over there, and you can test your models on the real track. So we'll have that. We also have, so the models take, finding a best model could be a couple of hours. You might not have a good model at the end of the workshop as you walk through, but in an hour after that, you should have a model that you should be able to test. As I said, like we wanted to put, just like what we did last year with AWS DeepLens in bringing deep learning literally in the hands of developers. We're doing the same with reinforcement learning. We want to, in a fun way, we want you to understand the concepts of deep reinforcement learning, and learn and apply those concepts into your businesses and applications. So I'm going to try and just show you. This is the car. This is AWS DeepRacer. So it's a 118. Thank you. So this is a 118 scale car, and I'll go through the specifications of the car. And what you saw in the video is the car making the lap. That was entirely trained on a simulator, and the car has never seen a real image. So it's all based on learning, reinforcement learning in a 3D simulator. It's moving from state at time t to state at time t plus 1 by taking an action. And our action is fixed, right? Now the goal is the agent, through the observations or the state, is learning what actions it's taken, right? But how do we know when moving from state t to state t plus 1, was that good or bad, right? That's the whole fun part. And in our case, right, like given our objective is to stay on the track, the simplest reward or structure we can think is, well, if you're on the track, you get it 1 point. If you're off track, you get 0, right? So as simple. That's the simplest reward structure that we can think of. And that's the interface into reinforcement learning that we have built for you guys. So ultimately what you'll do is write this reward function that will help the car to learn on how to navigate the track. You actually hit the create model button, you configure the training, and then there's a lab guide. So essentially, we'll train, once you've trained the model, you can evaluate it on the console, and then finally you can submit, if you've got good labs, you can submit to the leaderboard, and so on. And what you'll do is essentially focus on this one piece, is understanding the reward function. And at this point, I would say like, let's get to the lab content at a time. So it takes an action. The first action is step 1, step 2, step 3, and so on. So it's telling you how many steps has the car taken to get to a certain place. Now, you can imagine, right, like if I'm taking slow actions to reach, let's say, progress marker 20, I'll probably take 120 steps. If I went faster, I'd probably get there in 60 steps, right? So step is useful for you to understand, how fast something may be going or hit a certain point. You could use it that way.
Just walk around, check out some of the other tracks, see what's going on. Go to one of our under the hood tables where we have some experts. We have one on either side of me. Some experts there who can talk you through this technology. If you want to learn a little bit more, go get your picture taken at our social media table, which has the checkered flag backdrop behind it, underneath the American flag.